So the GLC is back from its mechanical work. So when I purchased this car, it had 6 months MOT remaining on it, which for some people is plenty. I could have easily sold it like that, but I don't like my cars to go out without me knowing full well that I've gone through them fully. So when I took it to the garage I use, Rafix, the gentleman's name is Raf, I said to him, look, I want a major service done and I want you to re-MOT it, even though there's 6 months left on it, and I don't want any advisories to carry over. So major service includes oil filter, air filter, pollen filter, fuel filter, anything else it needs was done. But the MOT also brought up that it needed brand new pads and discs on the front, which have been done. So I've got some breakdown of the costs here, which I'll tell you about where we're at to right now. And then obviously once it's completely finished, including the little bit of paintwork I want to get done on the front bumper here, I'll give you a final breakdown at the end. So as it stands right now, how it works with me and how I run my business, I pay Raf labour only. I supply the parts myself, even though he gets them delivered to himself, using a company called All Types Motor Factors, Adam, another company based in South Wales, Cardiff, brilliant company to deal with. So once a month, I pay off my bill with All Types and I pay Raf his labour direct. So at the moment, this vehicle, I paid £195 labour to Raf. That's for doing the major service and replacing the pads and discs. The pads and discs, including the VAT, were £428, including all the sensors and stuff that go with them. And the serviceable items were £137. The number plates, I always put my number plates on the front. They've got my website address on the bottom of them. Again, I get them through All Types, was £16.88. Then, if you remember in the last video, I said the engine management light would come on. So for the diagnostics and things like that, to make sure we do it once and once only, we use another company called Sumner Auto Electricians. Now, Sumner and Rafix work together very closely, so I know I'm dealing with good people. I've got a breakdown of what it was in the invoice, but it was something to do with the harness had been sort of, the wiring harness was giving off a couple of fault codes. So that has been done, which costs £264 to diagnose, find the fault and fix it. So the engine management light now is no longer an issue. Like I said to you in the first video, I didn't think it was that big of a problem because it drove all the way home from near Aberystwyth completely fine. So as it stands right now, I'm up to £1,311.88 I've spent on it so far without having the paintwork done. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to give it a little wash off. And I'm going to take it to Rob, who does the paintwork. We're going to see what he thinks he needs, see what I think we should be doing on it, and go from there. So, like I said, I give the car an initial clean just so I can show Rob the bits of paintwork I want to get done. So if Bianca comes in closer, I can show you. There's a little bit along here, there's a scuff there, and a couple of stone chips. But what I think is this might have had a previous repair, hence the reason it's sort of gone pitted there. Now around this side, which wasn't on the report, so we got away with this one. There's one there, and a little bit there. So we're going to get that done as well. And then, oh, watch the road, let's go this side. And then coming around the back, this side's lovely. Well, to be honest, the rest of the car is fantastic. So just this little bit here as well. If we look on the bottom of the bumper, sorry, which I think we'll get away with just a little bit of a touch in there. And then I'm hoping they will polish out. So I think that will be it once that's done. Because like I said, the wheels are in amazing condition anyway. Now, I know if I was a proper car dealer, the thing to do is touch it up, spray it full of silicone spray, kick it out the door. But that's not how we do it. So I'm going to go and see Rob and get these bits priced up. And just like that, the paintwork is done. Spent just over £300 on the paint, but that included 2 bumper corners, the back repair, and a couple of touch-ups around the car. So I'm very, very happy with it. So if Bianca comes in and has a look, you'll see now the mark I showed you previously has all gone on this bumper corner. And on this one as well, it's all finished. So physically, the car is nearly ready for sale. The last thing I've got to go and do is pick up the mats that I've ordered from Mercedes-Benz, £151 including the VAT, give it a final clean, then after this, you will see the final video. So the GLC is now finally ready for sale, fully prepared. So like I said at the start of this video, up until now I had spent £1,311.88 on it. Now today I spent £300 on the paint, £151 on the mat, and I've added £50 into the total expenditure to allow for me going to Aberystwyth and back in 2 cars. It's probably a little bit more, but we'll leave it at the 50 quid, which means I have spent a total of £1,812 on this vehicle. Now add that to the £12,114 I paid for it initially through motorway, it gives me the grand total of £13,926. Now Auto Trader dictates to me this car is worth £15,802. Since I did the part 1, it's come down in valuation of what they think. Now Auto Trader don't care that I've had the paint done, I've had the wheels done, that it's a lovely example. That's what it's worth. And I always try and be under the retail value. So if I advertise this car for £15,695 minus the £13,926 it owes me, gives me a grand total of £1,768 profit. Now, like I did say at the start of the first video, the VAT man doesn't care that I've spent £1,800 on it. All he thinks is I've paid 12 for it and I'm trying to get 15,600 for it. So there's £700 VAT and £354 tax if I sell it for the full asking price. So out of my 1,768 profit, I've got to give over £1,000 of it to the tax and the VAT man, which leaves me with £714. Now, for the people who know, I am VAT registered, and if you're a VAT registered business, you can claim VAT back on the stuff you've bought. Now for the brakes, the service items and things like that, I can claim the VAT back. It works out about £200 odd worth of VAT I can get back. So it means that I could potentially make £914 from this vehicle. And with that £914, I've got to hope and pray for the next 3 months to 6 months, nothing goes wrong with it for the new owner. Now, the business, or my business, costs me around £11,000 to £12,000 a month to run. That's including paying me a wage and paying all my overheads, my site rent, my advertising costs. So I need to be selling around 13 of these cars a month just to break even. And now it's January, it's coming to the end of January, and I haven't sold 1 car this month. Now this is where I as a business have to get back on the ball with doing this. But I need these constantly being sort of done in the background to bring them up for sale and get them gone, because the overheads don't stop. Hence the reason the competitions allow me to fill that void when I do them. So all I'm going to say right now is this will be live on Auto Trader when I put this video out. If you're interested in the car, please let me know. It's a fantastic car. I've driven it a lot, back and forth getting all the work done. The sound system is probably the best sound system I've ever heard, but it's a GLC Premium Plus. So like I say, it's got a pan roof, reverse parking camera, full leather, heated memory seats. It's got everything you would want on this car. And look, I think you can see in this video, it looks great. And I can stand here now very, very proud of the fact that someone is going to buy a fantastic used car here. So look, thank you for following this little sort of project along the way, and I shall speak to you all very soon.